Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ty from Master Kicks, and I got a little bit of time to squeeze in this afternoon. So we're gonna talk about the Jordan 19 Flint Gray. Now, this shoe was released for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my goodness, man, 2005, right? If I'm not mistaken. I forgot the date, so let's not get into that. So I wrote an article like last week about the shoe, and I mean, to me, it's like it's one of those Jordans that people don't really care much for. I mean, it has a lot of like functional attribute. Like it's a good shoe for basketball purposes. But as far as like the aesthetic, that shoe, man, I'm not. I've never been a fan of it, and to this day, I don't like it. I like the 18s, the 17. I like the 16. I don't like the 15 and the 20. The 20, yeah, meaning like the 19. I just don't like the way they look. So I don't even know why like Jordan Brand was bringing the shoe back. I guess it's 2019 Jordan 19 kind of like makes sense, but at the same time I feel like leave that shoe alone, man. Nobody care about this shoe. Just don't do it. I feel bad for like small like retailers because these are the kind of shoes that like stay on shelves and they can't move them. Like if you go on like DTLR now, they still got the 18 sitting on there. They got them on sale and they still can't move this stuff. Let me show you right now, real quick. Like Jordan 18. They still got like all these like candy colors. Look, they got them for 169, 169, 169. This stuff is still sitting over here. It's like a waste of time. Don't bring out stuff that nobody cares for. Like they talked about the whole edit to um edit in order to amplify campaign, which is do away with stuff that nobody cares for. But then they bring back like the 19 for what? Don't do it. So I didn't know, like I wrote the article, I didn't know like people was gonna respond to it. So they did. So I said, you know what, since they responded to it, I'm gonna write a projection trying to figure out how many pairs were possibly made. Now, in my previous article, what I said was I think the only way this shoe's gonna do anything is if it's limited. And of course, when I went and trying to figure out who was getting the shoe, Foot Locker wasn't getting it. If you look at Foot Locker release calendar, it's not on there. They're supposed to come on the 5th. It's not on here. You see this? They only got the PG on 2.5. I'm gonna talk about that maybe tomorrow. Now the only place that's getting it is Foot Action. When Foot Action has them, Champs doesn't have them. Just Foot Action's getting them as far as like Foot Locker's family, and they don't even have this on the launch locator map. So that means it's gonna be everywhere. I'm assuming, right? But then DTLR has it, and it's next to say QS Quick Strike. How Quick Strike is this shoe? I don't know. Kicks USA isn't getting it. Like other like minor retailers like Jimmy Jazz is not getting it. Shoe City wasn't getting it. Like City Gear wasn't getting it. Shoe Palace is not getting it. So I guess Nike must have some kind of special relationship with DTLR. This is what I'm thinking. So Nike, of course, is getting the shoe. So I'm saying if I want to figure out my numbers, it makes my job easier. I'm just gonna take all three companies, Nike, Foot Action, and then DTLR, and since this is a quick strike, I'm gonna say each one of them gets like 1/3. And now all I have to figure out is the online stores getting it? Probably. I say 1/3 of the online store are gonna get about 1/3 of everything that the install locations are getting. And if that's the case, I'm assuming that each store is gonna get about 18 pairs because this shoe is really like people don't really care much for them. So I'm being very conservative here. Maybe 18 pairs per store. So if that's the case, to find my numbers, pretty easy. I just do it's like 256 operational Foot Action, if I'm not mistaken. So 256 times 18, that gets us 4608. And then online will be just 4608 divided by 3, which is 1536. And to get the FTA total, I just gonna do add both of them, which is 6144. And if I want to get the entire inventory, I'm just gonna multiply this one by 3, which is 18432. And I'm thinking 19,000 pairs because I'm being subjective. It's 2019, Jordan 19, 19,000 pairs. I think Nike may do something like that. Now, the next thing that I did was I wanted to see how the shoe was doing online. So I went on eBay to begin with. And I looked at this dude. It's only 2 people selling the shoes, on my fact. And then when you look, 309.99, 4 pairs sold, and all on December the 28th and December the 29th. And after that, he hasn't sold. So we can base this on our average saying the shoe's going for 309.99, which shows you that the shoe actually has some kind of a resale value. But this is not quite the reality of things because I feel like Some suckers probably just went out there and just paid for them because they wanted it. You know what I mean? So it's dangerous. Now, if you're a reseller, I just say, like, say a loud prayer, because if you buy a bunch of these, you might get stuck with them. I went on StockX and I tried to figure out how much the shoe was going for. Now, this is how much people are willing to pay for the shoe. $80 for a size 7, $80 for a size 7.5, $126 for a size 8, $200 for a size 8.5, which is less than the retail price. The highest bid is $235 and it starts for a size 11. Now, if you paying this, you paying $225 for this, you're in a deficit. Now, StockX does have like a sales recorded on it. And let me go back and see how much they went for. The shoe went for, like, it's only one person that bought the shoe for $274. That's on January the 1st. It's size 9 for $274. Man, like, for me, this is it. Like, if you are like a reseller, I wouldn't say pull the trigger on them because this doesn't look good. Now, as far as like retailers are concerned, I think because the shoe's not really like coveted by a lot of people, they might sell out, but I don't think they will. I think there's still going to be several pairs that they drop, man. I don't think there's going to be something that's going to, people are just going to buy it. I mean, true collectors may want the shoe because they just want to have it, or individuals who never actually owned a pair before might want these. But as far as like people really want them, man, I don't know, man. I just think Nike should just let this alone. And that's all I got to say to you this afternoon. I think I'm done with this. Now, start sharing the screen here. I've done like some other things on the website you may want to check. Now, if you want the shoe, I have it on my website there. You can just click the buy now and get it for you. All right. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff.